Hello friends, I am happy to meet you all in another interesting video. 2022 was a year of mixed landmarks for video games. With major releases such as Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, that indeed was the case this year as well. However, gamers were treated to some indie games, Stray, Sifu, more, this year that were not only enjoyable but introduced a refreshing change of gameplay. So, without further ado, let's look at my selection of games ranging from 10 to 1 that captured our imagination in 2022, and you're watching GameX Clips. The Callisto Protocol was a strong competitor to represent horror on our list, but the Quarry wins the award for having the most compelling plot and most chilling jump scares. Supermassive Games, the game's developer, stuck to its tried-and-true cinematic interactive horror treatment of Until Dawn and produced a fun narrative that can rival the best old-school slasher films. Do we love Mario? Yes. Do we adore rabbits? Of course. It only makes fair that the game that unites the beloved franchises of Nintendo and Ubisoft will take center stage on our list. The combination of the insane characters and even crazier plot in this turn-based strategy treasure will keep you on the edge of your seat the entire time. It's always fun to play LEGO games, and LEGO Star Wars is especially fantastic because it allows you to play all 9 Star Wars films, divided into 3 sequels that you can start with as you like. With amazing accuracy and amusing twists, LEGO Star Wars recreates key scenes from the movie, such as the Darth Vader vs. Luke lightsaber battle and the Battle of Hoth. This is a game you shouldn't miss if you like space adventure stories. This independent beat-em-up presents a unique perspective on arcade-style action games. You take on the role of Sifu, a Bok Mei Kung Fu specialist who must defeat waves of bad guys and stunning gameplay that may bring to mind older Jet Li movies. After you drop dead, you are instantly revived, but your age has increased. As you get older and wiser, you're given stronger attacks to use against adversaries. As a result, you appear to have endless lives and attempts until you get too old and the game is over. Sounds fair, hasn't it? But it isn't. To begin with, the game is quite challenging. You frequently find yourself surrounded by foes who can kill you with a few blows. To properly hone your skills and feel like a skilled fighter in Sifu, it takes hours of practice and level replaying, just as in actual martial arts, unless you slam your controller to the ground in a state of rage quitting. The Stanley Parable's initial release was on the PC in 2013. However, due to the game's extraordinary popularity and cult status, it was eventually delayed for years and eventually had its console debut in 2022. The game is pretty easy. Playing as Stanley, you awaken in an empty office building. A narrator introduces the game to you and attempts to direct you toward your objectives. Now, you can decide not to pay attention to the narrator and instead focus on something else. For instance, you can turn right if the narrator directs you to walk left. You can jump if he tells you to sit down, and so forth. Every decision you make causes the narrator to grow angrier, which modifies the entire game's plot and creates a variety of different outcomes that you can encounter each time you play it again. The Stanley Parable is unlike any other game, and is best experienced while wearing headphones and watching on a PC screen. Gran Turismo 7, a game marketed as showcasing the PlayStation 5's graphical capability, is made for fans of driving games. You may have a good idea of how beautiful these games can look if you've played any of the early Gran Turismo games. However, nothing can completely prepare you for the greatness that awaits when you start up Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5. Ray tracing has made automobiles appear more realistic than ever, and the photo mode will have any auto lover drooling in front of their HDR displays. To make things look as authentic as possible, the game's creator Polyphony Digital went so far as to simulate the precise location of stars and planets in the sky. Add to that a brilliantly designed racing experience that will have you engaged for hours. Horizon Forbidden West, another PlayStation exclusive that made it to our list of the best games of 2022, continues where its 2017 predecessor, Horizon Zero Dawn, left off. You get to take on the role of Hunter Aloy as you explore the post-apocalyptic western US, which is populated by frightening yet beautiful robots that resemble animals. What a massive game Zero Dawn was. However, Forbidden West significantly raises the bar. The recently added undersea processes increase the world's interest and difficulty. The gameplay is heart-pounding, the graphics are stunning, and the tale is touching. Nothing stopping you from trying this, if you haven't previously. Stray received 6 nominations at the prestigious The Game Awards and won 2 awards: Best Independent Game and Best Debut Indie Game, proving that independent games can rival major games. Playing as a cat who becomes lost in a bizarre post-apocalyptic world populated by humanoid robots is possible in the video game Stray. To ensure that the cute cat finds its missing family, you must guide it through obstacles and foes. To make sure that your on-screen cat looks as authentic as possible, Stray's creator Blue 12 Studio observed and recorded the movement of real cats. Ragnarok, winner of 6 The Game Awards, including Best Action/Adventure Game, effectively wraps Kratos' Norse mythological story. You could have a good idea of what Ragnarok has to offer if you've played 2018's God of War. However, once you begin playing Ragnarok, you'll undoubtedly be surprised by the numerous tiny adjustments game developer Santa Monica Studio made that not only make Ragnarok better in every way, but also managed to make it even more engrossing than the previous installment. There are more opponents to toss and cut up in mid-air in classic God of War fashion, and there are enough puzzles to keep you stumped. Overall, if Elden Ring hadn't been alive, Ragnarok would have been without a doubt the best game of the year. What results from the collaboration of Game of Thrones creator George R.R. Martin and director Hidetaka Miyazaki of Dark Souls? To find out, simply play Elden Ring. The action role-playing game epic has a vast open world rich in story and difficult gameplay that will delight even the most seasoned RPG veterans. Elden Ring, the most popular Bandai Namco game ever, has sold more than 17.5 million copies as of this year's September. Elden Ring won for the Game Awards, including the prestigious Game of the Year, in addition to the Golden Joystick Award for the Ultimate Game of the Year. Here are a few quick numbers for you if you're searching for a game that will keep you occupied for hours. The major quests in Elden Ring may be finished in about 54.5 hours, and if you're a completionist, you can finish the game in almost 132 hours. While God of War Ragnarok is in second place, you may be wondering why such a beautiful game went down second while Elden Ring stayed top. Don't worry. I have made a dedicated video by comparing both games, including gameplay and story. Don't miss it. Check it now. Before that, please like this video and comment if you have any thoughts about this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It motivates me a lot. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome.